acting receptivity, of her physical disassociation, of hiding impenetrably somewhere outside of herself, out of touch. Giana is among the many of us who work professionally as a healer, yet overlook an enormous need to heal our own relationships with our bodies. She is a woman at the end of her 59th year, one who inspires us to see how it's never too late to untangle patterns that have plagued us for decades. Throughout my years of coaching women, I became familiar with my own response to writing a book, the typical, who am I to do X, Y, and Z? I only became comfortable with the notion of authoring a story when I came to recognize this story as one that didn't belong to just me. I finally realized I didn't need to search for some unique spin or hot selling point to write about Giana. In fact, it's the universality of Giana's story that makes it so uniquely relatable within the context of the epidemic of self-objectified thinking that has touched nearly every woman's life. Women have been considered second-class citizens of the world for centuries upon centuries. Within that secondary status, we've lived within a precept, conditioned as to how we should experience our own bodies. Along with each bite of our allotted nourishment, we women have long ingested a collective shame around simply feeding ourselves. We've preoccupied our genius minds in games of restricting or rebelling against prescribed diets, marking our worth through achieving an idealized waist size. This way, we can both successfully waste our power on trite matters while also being sure to never appear as at-large as we truly are. A win-win for the patriarchy. To keep the suppressive game rolling along, we've inherited hand mirrors from our mothers and our mothers' mothers, mandating and reaffirming our limited self-esteem. However, this secondary status is no longer able to sustain and contain us. We all know it has become irrelevant and even contrary to our future. Now, women run companies, operate businesses, build new political platforms and new economies. Like never before, we intimately mother and encourage our babies to love themselves. And we women are recognizing more and more the importance of owning our own embodiment. We bring to the table the seat of our own sacral floor, our pelvic floor, a seat of integrity, sacredness, the insightful roundness of that. And thus, this character, Giana, is an amalgamation of me and many others. And that is why I brought in a team to help me tell her story. It's yours, and it's mine, and it's hers. This is not a how-to manual. This isn't a weight loss book. This isn't a happily ever after size 2, 4, 6, or 8 fairy tale. This is about daring to look at what healing actually is, to brave the discomfort of it, to find sensation in the places we've shunned and numbed. And what kept me writing it, what kept me believing that I should tell Giana's story, was the hope that in sharing it, your courage to lovingly embrace the glorious fullness of all you are will feel supported and nourished in this world. Love, Isabel. Chapter 1. Driving Under the Influence. I keep an eye on the Gulf brand synthetic motor blend oil at Cumberland Farms. It's my quick cover-up plan in case a coworker or someone I know, God forbid, walks in at the same time I'm rummaging. I used to rummage in the Wawas of New England, which is a bit more creme de la creme when it comes to the world of convenience stores. But now, I'm almost always just a convenient 5 or 10-minute drive from a Cumberland Farms. And I've developed a habitual hankering for the specific taste of their double-decker triangle-cut plastic-packaged tuna stacker. Anyone who knows me is well aware that I know zilch about changing a car's oil. I would never leave my precious Audi Q7 to the mechanics of my own hands, aside from my automatic ability to keep a firm grip on the wheel no matter how asleep behind it I am. Still, I have the plan. Say Marty, a busboy at one of my restaurants, walks in after his shift is over to buy 16 ounces of Pepsi from the fountain, or another sugary beverage I nearly always preach against when I'm overseeing the restaurant floor. Now, also say, for some strange reason, I happen to look up in the middle of my zombie mission of collecting forbidden calories like an outlaw of my own body and its appetite. Well,